Panther Wakanda Forever. This will be kind of like my out of theater, like non-spoiler review. I definitely have a lot to talk about. Holy crap. It's insane to me that today was finally the day. I can't process that. I'm still processing that. And me coming out of the theater, the movie literally is, of course, non-spoiler, like as a non-spoiler review, which I'm doing now, is a masterpiece. This movie is a masterpiece of a wild ride of emotions, whether it be whether it be with the feeling of the scope of the movie. It just I still can't process it. Like, this movie was very, like, heart pounding. I had that feeling throughout the entire movie. Like, my heart was pounding through the entire movie. It was very stressful, the movie. I felt very, like, it was just so heavy, this movie, of emotion, whether it be in the action sequences, whether it be in the story of what's going on. This movie definitely sets up something going forward in the MCU, which I definitely want to talk about tomorrow in my spoiler review. But with just it's setting up one thing, really. And also, like, in the scale of this movie, it kind of just stays contained within itself. But it definitely sets up something that we all know is coming, which again I want to talk about tomorrow. But this movie was just breathtaking. It was absolutely breathtaking. The scale of this movie is 10 times bigger than Black Panther 1. We thought that was big. Nah, Ryan Coogler, like, really opened the world, not just of Wakanda more, but, like, also we went to so many different places in this movie. Of course, one of those places being, the Talocan, city, the place of the Talocan, which was absolutely breathtaking. Like, Marvel successfully achieved underwater civilization. Like, they achieved it. They did the underwater sequences. Absolutely amazing. It was absolutely amazing. 100% Austin. The movie was fantastic. It gave me so many emotions that I can't even, like, process it. Of course, there is one post-credit scene. There is no end credit scene, so I wouldn't even say after, really, like, the credits. I would stay until it says, Black Panther Wakanda Forever, and then, the post-credit scene. But yeah, this movie was just everything I hoped it would be and more, and they executed it very well in honoring Chadwick Boseman in this movie. Like I said, I had just so many emotions, like throughout this entire film. I had just so many emotions of whether it be, happy moments, whether it be a lot of sad moments, I had so many emotions. That's really all I can say without, going into spoilers. Like, I just had this movie was a wild ride, whether it be with your emotions of happiness or sadness. It was crazy. Yes, only one post-credit scene. No, there is no two. There isn't anything after, like, the credits. It's usually, like, where it says the title of the movie, and then there's one. There's only one, and I want to say it does set up the scale of, like, where we can see what we could see in the future of, the Black Panther franchise. But other than that, I would say the real thing that they were setting up in this movie is to something we know is happening. And that's awesome. That's awesome, Austin. I hope you really enjoy the movie. I bet you will. But this movie was great. What a turnout, too. It was packed. The theater was absolutely packed. No free seats. It was packed. The theater, when I walked in, it was electric. So many people. There was a lot of people dressed up, which was amazing. Of course, I'm wearing my Black Panther shirt right now. So I have my white gray flannel on, which you will be seeing because I actually did a vlog of me going to the theater. There was something I did want to show you guys, which I'll probably put up a picture at the end of the vlog of like of something I wanted to show you guys. At my local theater, they have these cool like like uh concessions, like concession items above, like statues above the concession stand. It like they're really big concession food items that they have above the stand, which I've never seen anywhere else. I think that's really what makes my AMC theater in Pittsburgh so special, is because it just looks amazing the way they have it. I'm not sure if any other theater has something like that, but I'll show you, and I'll probably, they have a picture probably on their website, which I'll put in my video. But I did a vlog for you guys. I'm actually going to be editing it right after this, which, you know, I'm really happy the way it turns out. I would say it was a pretty damn good vlog. I also showed you guys in my vlog what the popcorn bucket looks like, which, you know, I actually can't wait to put it up in the background. I'm actually really excited to do that. I'm going to put it up somewhere back there. I'll probably put it right next to move the Batman head popcorn bucket, and I'll maybe move the Batman popcorn bucket up there, and then put the popcorn bucket right there, the Black Panther popcorn bucket, kind of like by like the poster of the first Black Panther movie. But I just loved this movie. It was everything. Honestly, also, this movie is the biggest Marvel movie of Phase 4. And also this movie made me feel the impact more than any movie we had yet of Phase 4. This movie, definitely, for people that really haven't been loving Phase 4, this movie is going to respark people's love for Marvel and to where Marvel's going in Phase 5 and 6. I definitely think so. But also, this movie, like I said, sets up something to come in the MCU that when you think about the scale of this movie and the strength of this movie, it's literally makes this other project, this future project in the MCU, look like peanuts. Like, it looks like that movie's gonna have no impact whatsoever. And I'm just excited to really like get into that tomorrow in my spoiler review. Like, again, I think I'm going at like 6, I think it's at 6:40 the movie tomorrow, I think, for me. And I'm going again, of course, with my bro Troy and his sister. So I think, hopefully, I hope we get out early enough so I can give a spoiler review. Me and my bro Troy, we can give like a spoiler review for you guys. Because, you know, my bro's gonna guest star on here. You know, I love when he always comes on here. But I can't wait to really go dive deep into like the story and into like, you know what project I'm talking about that's literally going to be peanuts. But there was a lot of surprises in this movie. Some surprises that I never would have expected. A lot of the stuff in this movie, though, I like knew was coming. Which, you know, I think that's just because I've seen so many movies, and you kind of like, you see the story from a director's perspective of when the story goes on, you pick out things that actually, that, you know, happen later down the line. It's like, you know, it's coming. I was able to do that. So there was like a lot of things in here that I saw coming. And, you know, I think that's just for me, seeing so many, like, me having like a director mind in a way. I feel like, you know, I have that when it comes to the movies. So that was really cool that, you know, I kind of like knew things were going to happen, but like I wasn't like upset that I knew. I was happy I knew, because it just shows from like a great, you know, director like Ryan Coogler that, you know, I was able to like, you know, pick up on that stuff because he's such a great director. And it's like, you know, that's just good writing when you can pick up on some things. And, you know, you're like, that was genius, that you just tied this in very well. So, you know, there was a lot of moments like that. I was like, wow, damn, you tied this in very well. Like, I saw this coming, but like, I'm very happy that this tied in the way that you wanted it to tie in. This movie made a lot of sense. And that's some of the things that, you know, people want to critique about in this phase of Marvel. A lot of people have thought a lot of things don't make sense in a lot of the movies and TV shows, but this movie has no flaws. This movie is great. Like, I literally, there's not one flaw about this movie. And the impact of this movie is a wild, crazy ride of emotions. Happy, sad, angry, you know, heart pounding, and the action sequences. Like, you know, you feel every emotion in this movie, and it packs a punch. And I just can't get over that. This is a movie, like I thought this movie was going to be great, but this movie just blew out my expectations to be even greater than where I thought it was going to be at. And I'm just so glad that this movie, you know, did so great for me. I'm so glad I loved this movie, and I definitely think that everybody's going to love this movie. And I do think, like I said, it's going to bring people to, it's going to make people kind of fall back in love with Marvel and be excited for where we're going. Because where we're going in the next phase of Marvel is crazy. We are really building up to a spectacle. Like, we're building up to a major events, which of course, as we know, is Kang Dynasty and, Secret Wars. But I'm so here for the future of Marvel, and this movie just makes me even more excited because, like I told you guys, the scale of this movie feels unreal. It feels like, also, like, I love how it feels contained, and it doesn't feel like we're working so hard to set up so many things. So I do love that, but the thing that they did set up in here makes sense to the storyline. Even though, again, I'm not excited, to what they're trying to, like, hint at, because I think it's peanuts compared to what just happened in this movie, and I just feel like that peanut. But, I just can't process it, and I'm just super excited to watch this movie tomorrow again. And I can't wait to actually, like, dive deep into the storyline, dive deep into, the shit that happens in this movie. Like, I'm pumped. I'm so excited to talk about it. And also, like I said, I want to do like a theory video on where our predictions are for going into phase 5 into phase 6. I want to do like a theory video slash, like, like theory video on where things are going to go going forward in the MCU. I want to do that. I think me and my bro Troy will do that. I'm hoping we'll get a day to do that. And also, I'm hoping to, get some other things I got going on, up on the channel, and get them up as well, because I'm as you guys know, I'm watching Doctor Who right now, and I'm almost done with season 2. So I would definitely want to get season 2's review out sometime soon. But this movie was just spectacular, and I cannot wait to hear everybody's thoughts on the movie. Definitely give me your non-spoiler thoughts down in the comments when I save this video. I really want to know what you guys thought about this movie. Of course, non-spoiler, of course, not any spoiler reviews until tomorrow. Since I hate this phase of Marvel, this movie top MCU phase 5, top 5 MCU phase 4 projects. Yeah, like I said, like, this movie, I would definitely put it over I would say the best movie of this phase was Shang-Chi and Legend of the Ten Rings. I would say that was the best movie of this phase. This movie knocks that movie out of the park, 100%. This movie, like I said, had so much impact. And it wasn't even just, a lot of it was, of course, the passing of, Chadwick Boseman. That was a lot of the emotion in this movie. Like, you felt it, and, and we knew all going into that, that's what we would feel. And it was so beautiful the way they did it. And yeah, like I said, I don't know. I still feel that adrenaline from this movie. I still feel that. And, I'm wondering if I can even, like, go to bed. That's all, like, I still feel, like, the adrenaline of this movie. Because there was a lot of moments I was like, I was just like, did that just happen? I had a lot of moments like that. And I felt on the edge of my seat. And I feel like out of all the Marvel movies, none of the movies really made me have that feeling. The closest thing I could really say that really I had that feeling of this phase 4 of Marvel movies was probably Shang-Chi, but but the level is not even, like, it's not even close. Like, this is Black Panther Wakanda Forever, and this is, like, Shang-Chi on, like, me on the edge of my seat and stuff. Like, it's like you really, it's just, you feel it more. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, out of all the movies of phase 4, Shang-Chi is the only thing I really compare with, like, on the edge of my seat and stuff like that. Like, I didn't have that for any of the other ones as much, but, like, I really had it in this movie. 100%. Now we gotta look to the future, Austin. We gotta look into phase 5, which we know the villain of phase 5, and the villain we're gonna start seeing a lot of is Kang. That's gonna be the villain we keep seeing a lot of. And they're really gonna set up to the main event, which is in phase 6. We are gonna have a lot of setup to that character. And I think we have to start getting ready to see hints to Kang and pretty much a lot of the projects that we're going to be doing. I think we're going to see a lot of hints of Kang being there and they're really going to set up him being a person that's been through time and been through the multiverse, and we're really going to see that. And and people are still sleeping on Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, and I kid you not, that movie is going to be a game changer. That movie is going to solidify that Kang is no joke. And I'm telling you, I have a feeling that Scott's gonna die in that movie. I have a weird feeling. Like, I think there's a big chance. I could see him just being gone. Oh, 100% Austin. I think we think we know what we're in for, but like phase 5 and 6 are gonna be insane. Also, Riri Williams in this movie, makes me so happy that we're getting her series. This movie sets up that character so well, where like I want that series now. I think everybody's gonna have those vibes when they see Riri, and I have that now. I need to watch that show now. And I was excited already when they announced her show, especially when they announced that it's gonna be tech versus magic. I'm even more excited now because now we know who the character is. So I cannot wait. I'm so excited for where Marvel is going, and I feel like what a great time to be a Marvel fan right now. What a great time to be alive right now, especially because like this movie, since there was a lot of underwater sequences, as we know. I was thinking about Aquaman in this movie. I was thinking about saying, oh my god, Marvel executed underwater so much better than Aquaman executed underwater. CGI wise, Marvel. DC, Aquaman wise, down. I'm telling you, you'll have that same feeling when you're like, oh my god, Marvel did it. Marvel really executed how water should be like how characters should act underwater and how water would work. And I kid you not, I've never been so excited to watch something so such a water movie in my entire life. And again, I love the Avatar movie, but even then it's like, I think they executed water a lot better. I think that even what I'm seeing in the Avatar Way of Water trailer, I think they did a little bit better what Marvel did, because Marvel did some really creative things in this movie with water. And I'm just excited. I am still excited to see Avatar Way of the Water, but I think, I know why James Cameron moved that movie away from Black Panther. Because he's probably like, okay. And he's probably shaking in his boots a little bit, because if you think about it, Way of the Water comes out after this movie, and people going into that movie are probably going to make comparisons saying, oh, well, they did it better, and that's what's going to happen. 100% Austin. Like I said, it's sad because my sister tried to kind of like make an excuse saying, well, Aquaman was made back whenever. I'm like, there's no excuse. I mean, if you want to say that, like think about Avatar. Avatar was made back whenever, and they did water better. And there was some water in the Avatar movie and stuff like that. They looked better from even the little bit of water we saw in the first Avatar movie. And now seeing the Avatar movie looks like now, I'm still thinking both of these movies are going to look 10 times better than the next Aquaman movie. Because I didn't think the underwater sequences in Aquaman were all that great. And they didn't look all that good. Especially now, they're probably, kind of scared. Because they already filmed Aquaman. They can't unfilm it and fix the way it looks. Will there be Avatar jokes? No. There will not be Avatar jokes in this movie, of course. But I definitely think, knowing James Cameron, and again, don't get me wrong, like I love the first Avatar movie, and I love what James Cameron stands for with the with the environment, like standing up for the environment and stuff like that. But I kid you not, like I definitely think that there's going to be a lot of comparisons to Avatar in this movie, because one, they're both water based, and also because there's blue people in this movie and there's blue people in that movie. Of course, he might think that Marvel's copying or something, which again they're not. But the way they executed water in this movie, I don't know, because even when I watch the latest Way of the Water trailer, when I think about water, I think it looks better in this movie. Not to say it doesn't look great in that Way of the Water trailer. I just think they executed it a little bit better. But then again, I've never really seen the movie. I have to wait until really to see Way of the Water to really say who had the better looking water. I do think they're both going to be great because they're both made by Disney. So, in all seriousness, they both have great water, I guess, at the end of the day. And it's a win at the end of the day for Disney, because, or actually, not Disney. I guess, is that? Yeah, Avatar is Disney now because, Disney bought Fox, so I am correct. So, it's a win either way for both. But James Cameron's kind of feeling the type of way for damn sure. Yeah, you know what I mean? People are definitely going to make comparisons. Yeah, you're right, Austin, for sure. I mean, it's bound to happen when you think about it. But now the question is, what movie's going to do better? Way of the Water? And I mean, and I guess globally, how much it makes money? Or Black Panther? I already know that question. It's not even like a question. Black Panther is going to do better. I already know that. And I was just wondering what you guys think. Like, what movie do you guys think is going to do better? Like, when in terms of making more money, I definitely think Black Panther already beat whatever Way of the Water is going to make. But I mean, around the time Way of the Water comes out, there's going to be really nothing out. So you never know. That could really like up things. So you never know. But honestly, guys, I'm really excited to like give my spoiler review tomorrow. I'm really hoping to drop it tomorrow for you guys. I'm hoping that we kind of get out of there in time, maybe where we could do that. How maybe we might do it before we see, our 6 o'clock show. I think it's at I think it's at 6:40, or maybe it's at 5:40. I don't know. I can't remember. I think it's at 6:40. But maybe we'll just give our spoiler review before we go into the movie. Like me and Troy and his sister might find a place maybe where we could sit and we could do like a spoiler review before we go to the movie, or maybe Troy can come over and I'll do it then, and then we'll go to the movie. I'm not quite sure. The movie is 2 hours and 41 minutes. I don't, and as we all know, Marvel movies, especially in this phase, have been long. I'd say we've had a lot of long movies in this phase of Marvel. Yeah, 2 hours and 41 minutes, Austin. Yeah. Can you feel the the runtime? No, I can't. I could not feel the runtime. I actually didn't want it to end. I was like, I really don't want this to end, because I was like, I'm loving what we were doing here, and I was like, I just don't want this to end. But I was like, but at the same time, I was like, I need a minute to breathe. After the movie was done, my heart was just like, it was just pumping. I was like, oh my God. Yeah. Again, like I said, Marvel in this phase of Marvel, in phase 4, we've had some pretty damn long movies in this phase. Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, on the other hand, that wasn't very long, I think. I think that was like the shortest out of all the movies, I think, of this phase of Marvel. I think. I think I'm correct on that. I think it was the shortest. But we've had a lot of long-running movies. But then again, it's like some people ask the question, like, oh, like when a movie, like, does a movie need to be as long? Or when the movies aren't long, people are like, oh, the movie needs to be longer, without seeing the movie first. Sometimes it's like, in a way, we as viewers shouldn't be judging on when if a movie is too long or too short, because we're not the ones writing the story. You know what I mean? It's kind of like we just got to go in, see the movie, and then we can judge if the movie was too short, if the movie was too long. That's when we really get to like judge something like that. You know what I mean? Yeah, was Thor: Love and Thunder even long? I don't even know. That's a great question. I can't even check because I'm using my phone. But well, definitely let me know if Thor: Love and, I think that was short too, or was it long? I can't even remember. I think that was short. I think Thor and Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness were both short. I don't even think they were long. I think Thor might have been Love and Thunder was the shortest one, I think, out of all of them. But yeah, honestly, like, I definitely think this was the best movie of Phase 4. And if I had to really rank them, I would do Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, Shang-Chi, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse, no, Spider-Man: No Way Home, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, Eternals. I think is that it? Or Black Widow was in Phase 4, so I put Black Widow like last. I think that's how I would do it. I can't remember. I don't even think am I missing anything? Definitely let me know, because I don't think I'm missing. Oh, I think I missed Thor: Love and Thunder. Okay. So Wakanda Forever, Shang-Chi, Spider-Man: No Way Home. What was Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Alright, I already said that, didn't I? No, wait. I'm about to do this again, because I totally forget. Okay. So, Wakanda Forever, Shang-Chi, Spider-Man: No Way Home, Multiverse of Madness, Thor: Love and Thunder, and then I would probably put Eternals, then Black Widow. I think that's how I would do it, if I'm correct. Yeah. I think I put Black Widow last. I hate to do it, but like, I knew that movie. It was sad because I was really hoping that movie would have been great. But like, once I saw the movie, I was like, oh shit. I was like, my sister was right. I'm like, this movie was too late. I was like, I've only watched it once in theaters. And that's upsetting to me because I usually watch Marvel movies at least 3 or 4 times, at least. Maybe 3 at most, 2 at most. But I didn't even see that for a second time. I only saw that once. That's sad. I really feel bad because, damn, they should have given Scarlett Johansson her movie way in like phase like or one. They should have. It was too late. I felt so bad. I was like, God damn it. You know what I mean? It just sucks. But I think that's how I'd rank the movies. Honestly, I feel like nothing beats like Shang-Chi. That's why it's second place. I mean, that's such a great movie. But this movie was just made me feel so many things. I was like, this has to be first. This just has to be. And like I said, even I love Spider-Man No Way Home way more than Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. And then like when it comes to like Eternals, I definitely think it's, or when it comes to Thor: Love and Thunder, I definitely think it's after. I definitely think it's after Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, and I would say Eternals. Now, like I said, I would say it was Black Widow. The more I think about it, I love Eternals, but not to say like fourth place, if I'm correct, yeah, because Wakanda Forever, Shang-Chi, Spider-Man No Way Home, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, Eternals, and Black Widow, or no, Wakanda Forever, Shang-Chi, Spider-Man No Way Home, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. What was the other thing? It was Thor: Love and Thunder, Eternals, then Black Widow. It's not bad in the placement, but I definitely think that the worst was Black Widow. Wow. Shortest one was Thor: Love and Thunder. I could feel that. I kind of felt that in the movie. It definitely was the shortest one. But honestly, guys, like I said, I'm really excited for tomorrow. I have to see if we're gonna do it before, or maybe we'll do it after. I feel like maybe we'll do it after, so we have like that way because I feel like this movie was so big. I even like felt like I need a minute to like see it again before I could really dive deep into stuff. This is okay. This is the longest MCU movie because Eternals is 2 hours and 38 minutes. Shit. So this is the longest MCU movie of this phase or in general. Because that's crazy if this is like the longest movie. I mean, this movie did have a lot to deal with, that's for sure. And I'm glad because this movie definitely deserved it because of what they were doing in this movie and what they had to do in this movie. But yeah, honestly though, I don't know. We're probably gonna do it after, so that way we can have a little bit more time to like take in the movie a little bit more, and in that way we can really give an in-depth spoiler review. So maybe instead of doing it before we go see the movie again, we'll do it after. Of this phase, okay. Yeah, well, it definitely makes sense for what they had to do in this movie. I definitely think that also this might be. I don't know. It's crazy to me that we have a lot of shows this phase. We have a lot of TV shows this phase. If they could make the 2 Avengers movies longer. If they made the 2 Avengers movies longer. Okay. But yeah. If they would have made the 2 Avengers movies longer, then yeah, they would have been the longest of this phase. That's for sure. I wonder what I don't think we know the runtime of the 2 new Avengers movies are going to be in Phase 6. I wonder how long those movies are going to be, because if judging on how many characters we have right now, that's a lot to deal with. So I'm thinking I can't imagine anything more than could you imagine if they're like 3 hours long, both movies? Oh, geez, I don't know. Oh, I 100% agree, Austin. I could see that being like 3 hours. Secret Wars. 4 hours might be pushing it. I feel like that's might be pushing it. I don't know. I feel like Avengers Endgame was so perfect. Hey, how's it going? Um, yeah, so I don't know. I feel like, that's the thing Marvel I feel like is executed very well is runtime, especially with the like a big team up movies like Endgame, Infinity War, Avengers. I feel like they executed it very well. And even with the Captain America movies, I feel like they were executed very well. Really, all the movies I feel like were I can't even say the word executed very well. Oh, what'd you think? What'd you think about without giving spoilers? What'd you think? Um, my heart's pounding still. That's what I think right now. You know what I mean? It definitely was a spectacle, and I felt so many emotions. Like I said, I feel like there's really no other way I could really put it without giving like spoilers. But it was everything I hoped it would be and more. And I'm so happy that Ryan Coogler really delivered on his vision and really honored Chadwick in the way he did in this movie. I feel like there was no other way. There couldn't have been any better way that the movie was filmed. I feel like it was just filmed so perfect. And I feel like we're just getting ready for the next stuff. Ant-Man and the Wasp is the first thing of Phase 5. That's insane. And we know that movie's gonna pack a punch. That's for damn sure. I think that's actually the first thing too, before we even get into any like TV shows or anything. There has to be a time rule for movies. You think so? Or there is. I think there might be. I don't think a movie's ever been. I don't think there's ever been a movie that was 4 hours long. Has there? I don't even think has there been movies that have been 3 hours long? I think so. Now I don't think 4 hours. I feel like that is pushing it. How the heck is that film only 85 on Rotten Tomatoes right now? Phase 4 has been weak in my opinion. This was the best project, deserves a 90. This film tributes Chadwick and his character perfect for what it is. Yes, I totally agree on the fact that this should be a 90. 100%. I couldn't have written it any better. To close the phase out like that for a seat. Yeah. I'll probably text you when I see the movie so I can give you my thoughts. Okay, Austin, for sure. Definitely do that. Hell, maybe we can talk when we play COD. Since you're seeing it Saturday, maybe afterwards. What time are you seeing it on Saturdays? Because maybe we can plan on playing so you can tell me what you thought about the movie. That'd be awesome. So, I definitely want to hear what you think. I want to hear what all you guys think about the movie. Like that's why I love doing what I doing YouTube. That's why I love it. I get to talk to you guys about this. It's the best. Oh shit! Really? Okay, okay. So yeah, I mean it's yeah, well, like I said, this movie, I said this. I said it before you came in here, possibly. I said that this movie is literally going to make the people that have not been loving this phase of Marvel is going to make people love Marvel again. Like, this is going to be the project that sparks people's love for Marvel again. I definitely think so. Okay, you're seeing at 8:50 on Saturday night. Okay, okay, cool. So, judging on that, you might not be out until, like, I don't even know. 9, 10, 11. You might not be out until like 11. Maybe, if that, like 10 something. Yes, the actor, yeah, is going places. I 100% agree with you. Like, the actor that played Namor, the actress that played Namora, and also the actor that played, I always forget his name. The big dude that we keep seeing in the trailers, Atuma, they all did an amazing job, 100%. They are all going places, phenomenal job, and of course the cast of Black Panther, I'm like blanking on the top of my head. Was it Angela Bassett? Of course, did an amazing job. And everybody else, like did a freaking phenomenal job. Like it just they're great, and I am just excited to see where we're going with Wakanda going forward in the MCU. I definitely think that it's a bigger powerhouse now. I think going forward in the MCU, I think that it's more of a they're more of a threat. If you know more than what they were before, that's for sure. That yeah, that's true. You definitely make a great point. You really don't need to know any. This movie just is really self-contained, which is great. It's nothing that directs you to it kind of strays from like the Marvel algorithm where it's like even a lot of Marvel movies don't really even like worry too much on setting up other things, but this movie really doesn't do that. It set up really one thing, but like it's if you're not really paying attention to what's going on in Marvel, you really won't know what they're trying to set up unless you really watch the shows. Then you'll really know what they're trying to do. Yeah, I'm very curious too. I think we'll probably I don't know. We'll see definitely what they do with that character. Um, But honestly, guys, I'm like I said, if you are new here to the channel, like if anybody's new here, definitely subscribe to the channel, put in notifications, and like this video because, like I said, I want to tomorrow to put up my spoiler review, whether it be like a live like this or whether it be just a video. It will be up hopefully tomorrow. I'll try to get it up for you guys tomorrow. If I'm not tired after, I'll probably get on. I mean, Austin, for sure. If like I'm down whenever you want to play. So, I mean, I would be tired by the time I get out. So, maybe we can play, maybe even on Sunday if you're not busy, or maybe we can play on, I don't know if All American's even on Monday. I think it is. So, maybe if you have time on Sunday, that'd be cool. We could play then, and we could talk then. It's, it's to what the character stands for. 100% for and find closure. Yeah, in the mind, yeah, yeah, exactly. This movie definitely was, you know, let's be real. Chadwick Boseman was who the character was. He definitely was. There is no other. When you think of what's a great, a great from page to like big screen, that was Chadwick Boseman. And they really gave the closure to not just like the character, but also like gave everybody closure to Chadwick's passing. I really felt that in this movie, and paid great tribute to the character and him because he really was the character. But like I said, guys, I think I'm gonna end this here honestly because it is 11:13, and I just noticed that now. Crap. And I think I'm gonna like get something to eat because I'm starving. I had pretzel bites at my theater. I had Parmesan garlic pretzel bites. That's what I had. So I'm actually hungry. I'm thinking about making something and actually like watching something. But again, stay tuned because also, like I said, I'm gonna be editing my vlog. And it kind of ended abruptly because I wanted to show you guys, like I said, that big concoction that they have above the concession stand, but there was just so many people in there. I didn't want to like get someone on camera and then they get angry. So Kevin Feige for DC as DC. a happy. I'm happy, but if they plan it phase by phase like Marvel, but necessary, find that balance of tone. Find that balance of tone. It's they have to go the Marvel route of planning or it won't work for DC. I 100% agree. I think if DC wants to make successful movies, they have to do what Marvel's doing. They have to. I mean, this algorithm that Kevin has built works, and I think since it's not like a coincidence. James Gunn is going to be the Kevin Feige over at DC. The thing I'm a little bit worried about though, James Gunn does an amazing job on the Guardians movies. He does. I did not like the Suicide Squad. I just didn't like it. I thought it was very just out there. I wasn't the biggest fan of it. So I am a little bit worried because yes, directing isn't like directing a universe. Directing isn't that. So him coming in kind of like being the Kevin Feige of DC, I'm a little bit worried because directing a movie isn't like directing a universe. So I am a little bit worried about that. I'm sad that Guardians of the Galaxy will be the last film. 100% Austin. I'm ticked that Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is the last time we will probably see any of those characters. It's upsetting. I 100% agree. But I mean, it has to come to an end at some point. And also, since he's doing this now, he's going to be too busy trying to save DC. So, you know, which I mean, it's great. You know, he's concluding what he's got going on at Marvel, and who's to say he still might do some Marvel project maybe, but you know, he's going to help the competition, or soon to be the. Hopefully, it'd be cool if they became a competition DC at some point. Yeah, you know what I mean. It's like yeah, and it sucks because I love Marvel and DC, and I love James Gunn, but I was like shocked that the Suicide Squad wasn't good. That when he after he directed it, I was like, what? I'm like, he did so great. I think also we have to remember this. Kevin Feige, there's a system. He's always like, okay, so if you're gonna do this movie, you need to make it connected to this movie. So that kind of like puts a director's, it kind of maps out what the director can do, which makes a great movie because it leads into something. You know what I mean? It works with the algorithm Marvel's got going on. But when you have somebody that just, that someone that just the WB gave James Gunn the ropes to do whatever he wanted in the Suicide Squad, it made no sense to the greater DC universe that they kind of had already going on. It kind of didn't make any sense. You know what I mean? There was characters that didn't show back up from the first movie, and just stuff didn't make sense. I was like, that's not the best option sometimes. When you got something going on, you just need to. You don't just say, okay, we're just gonna completely scrap everything all the stuff we already set up. No, you just gotta fix it and tweak it. You can't just drop everything, because then that's why people get confused and people are like, what the hell just happened? That's how I felt in the Suicide Squad. So I mean, Kevin Feige gave James Gunn direction, and I'm a little bit worried about that. He's kind of just gonna do stuff. It's rumored that Tom signed on for the next, yeah, 3 Spider-Man film. I heard about that. In the next 4 Spider-Man films, I actually heard. Can you help? Can he help after getting the job? Huh? Help after getting the job. Yeah. Well, we will definitely see. Heroes, can I message you? I need your opinion on a Marvel fan I have who breakdown of what I would like to see and what should happen. I have paragraphs of breakdowns of phase 1, what they need, what on phase 1, what they should do of DC. Okay, yeah, sure. Yeah, I'm interested to see, like, what your stuff is. Because I message you, I have need a. Yeah, for sure. Honestly, yeah, I would love to see what you got going on. For your breakdown idea of how DC could do things and by phase, like what your idea is. Because I think that's the only thing that's really going to give DC a chance is that James Gunn knows Marvel's algorithm. But I definitely think he needs to really talk to Kevin Feige and be like, okay, like. But then, the thing is I'm a little bit worried is that a lot of people did like James Gunn Suicide Squad. That might he might think that, oh, I already know how to do this. I already know how to just make movies and stuff, and I can already. And it should be easy to make a universe. It's like, no, talk to Kevin Feige and figure out what the algorithm you should do. Because again, you're not Kevin Feige. You know what I mean? Yeah, you're a director. You're not Kevin Feige that directs a universe. You direct movies. So you definitely should talk to Kevin Feige. So. I just need perspective of a Marvel fan. Yeah, for sure. I already sent it all to James Gunn because people remember the cartoons and live action shows. That's great for sure. If you're sending, yeah, I mean, I think that's great that DC fans should be sending James Gunn some things that they want, because he actually will hear that DC fans out, because he listens to them, he hears Marvel fans out, so that's actually great. Oh, 100% awesome. We are having a great chat. So, you mean it's like I love doing this. This is the best part is when we all get to talk. DC fan or Marvel fans all coming together and talk about something that's great because at the end of the day, I want both to do great. I mean, the shows are doing great, but we don't know what WB is doing with the CW shows right now with Stargirl and Superman and Lois. They want WB and Next Star that bought the CW want to get rid of those shows, which is upsetting. But so I don't know. Hopefully, James Gunn can really you know, bring things together. I hope he can. But like I said, you know what I mean? I definitely think that like for people that didn't like the Suicide Squad, the Marvel or DC fans, or maybe both, I definitely think it's smart that you're sending stuff into James Gunn, like kind of like an outline of where how you think it should be like set up. That'd be cool. I mean, yeah, if you have Instagram, I have Instagram. It's just Zach Hensel. So you could go follow you if you have Instagram, you could do that. I also have Twitter. At it's just the Heroverse. I have Twitter too. And also I have TikTok. That's Zach Hensel 123. So I have that as well. So I have a whole bunch of different socials if you want to send them to me anywhere, and I would totally love to read them and check them out. If you have like like a phase one set idea plan of what you think DC should do. So yeah, definitely send them my way. That's for sure. Because like I said, I'm a Marvel and DC fan, and again, I kind of have like a director brain on how things should go. I want to direct movies eventually in my lifetime. That'd be amazing. So that's what I'm really trying to grow here on this platform to show people that you can follow your dreams and that and anything is possible. And I want to show people that. So I'm hoping one day I'd be able to direct a movie. That'd be amazing. Austin, me too. I'm not very familiar with the Blue Beetle character, but since Sholo Manaduenya is in it, and I love him from, Cobra Kai, Miguel's my favorite, I'm really excited for Blue Beetle. Well, that's great though, that you have an idea. That's great. I love because not only that, it helps directors and helps people in the Marvel, in the Marvel, studios realm, whether it be directors or writers or whatever, they like to take ideas from fans. And the fact of that now DC is actually going to be listening to their fans now that James Gunn's going over there and stuff like that, and he listens and he knows what it feels like where like DC fans aren't being heard. It's great that you're sending that out to him because it gives him an idea of like, okay, like people actually aren't just gonna it's not like people aren't giving me ideas. People are like, hopefully people are sending him ideas on what DC should be doing. I mean, that's great that you want to do that. It shows also that you care and you want it to work. Same as how that's why he's probably doing this because he wants DC to be successful. And I think that that's great. Oh yeah, I have a lot of you know you know kind of theories of my own. Well, not theories of my own, but kind of like my own breakdowns of my own of how DC should do things. I definitely do. I definitely think that they kind of effed up the universe they had going on since when James Gunn took over the Suicide Squad and kind of like undid things that were already set up. When he should have just continued with it and made a next better story. And I mean, I feel like that kind of messed up the world that they did have built, and it doesn't help where Ezra Miller's doing illegal shit. That kind of fucks up what they got going on too, along with everything else that's going on with the Aquaman movie. But it's kind of like also like I'm thinking with the Black Adam movie. I haven't seen Black Adam, but I heard that there's a scene. Well, I watched Shazam, and there's a scene in Shazam where the dude that gives Billy Bats his powers told the story of how he gave Black Adam the abilities, and they tease Black Adam at the end of the movie. And in the second Shazam movie, Black Adam isn't there, as we know, as we can see. And also we had the Black Adam movie, but Black Adam should have made an appearance in the second Shazam movie before Black Adam got a movie. So it just, you know what I mean, it doesn't make sense because, but you know, the reason that they kind of just said forget about it, and also I heard that that sequence that we saw, the history of, you know, of the lore of, you know, the dude giving Black Adam the abilities and him causing mayhem, it didn't happen in the Black Adam movie. That's, you kind of just undid writing that they were setting up in the Shazam movie, and undid the writing of Shazam showing up in the next, or Black Adam showing up in the next Shazam movie, because he was kind of the villain that was supposed to show up because they hinted towards him at the end of the movie when there was an open throne. So it's kind of like, you know, it's bullshit. You know what I mean? They just let The Rock come in there and let him do whatever the hell he wanted, and they just gave The Rock the Black Adam movie without him having to fight Shazam first in Shazam's movie and then get his movie. It just didn't make any sense. Hold up, I'll just send the Batman film breakdown on Instagram to you now, and the costume designs of the, yeah, the, if you want, just discuss it quickly, and I'll send the rest of the stream to discuss phase 1. Okay, sounds good to me. Off stream to discuss phase 1. Okay, yeah, that works for sure. But yeah, honestly though, I don't know. I mean, I hopefully James Gunn going over there will fix the problem that DC's got going on. I think it'll help them. I'm not sure if it'll fix it, because like I said, it's a director doesn't mean that you can direct a universe. I'm hoping he talks to people and he collaborates with people, and you know, he just doesn't go off the rails, because that's a lot to handle. Kevin Feige's job is a lot. You're not just like focused on one movie. You're focused on a universe of movies, and being in linear connection to one another to build up to something bigger. That's hard. So I don't know. We'll see how good he does. There's a theory that the Wizards didn't know Black Adam was the same person they chose, or he lied to Billy. Like I said, that in that sequence, that wizard, when he was showing Billy about the betrayal and him giving him powers, that dude powers by him giving Black Adam powers by mistake, that was Black Adam. And then, and hence the fact of, oh, who's that throne for? It was the dude that the wizard gave powers, which was Black Adam. But they undid it in the Black Adam movie. It never happened. Because The Rock didn't want, and wants nothing to do with Shazam. He said that. He wants nothing to do with Shazam. Hence why Superman, spoilers, Superman shows up at the end credit, or the ending of Black Adam, because he wants to fight Superman. Well, guess what? Superman isn't the Black Adam, person, like, really, like, villain he fights. Like, that's not, no. Like, Black Adam is the villain of Shazam. So, that just doesn't make any sense. That's the big problem, is that, the Rock's messing things up. He should have been in the Shazam movie, the second one first, and then had his own movie if he wanted to have a movie. Not the other way around. It doesn't make any sense. Or, I mean, if you were going to have your movie, have Shazam show up at the end, not Superman. But again, they're giving The Rock full control of whatever the hell he wants to do. Also, the plan starts with the Flash movie. It would be basically the Flashpoint with Ezra Miller's version of the Flash dies. Do soft reboot written and explained where you can keep some of the actors in new timeline. That's a great idea. I think that's what they're trying to do, though. I think that's with the Flashpoint movie. I don't think that's the first movie that's supposed to happen. Or I think all these... See, what sucks, too, is that... Because I don't know what's first. But Shazam is happening. And all these... You put all this money in like Aquaman 2. Shazam, Fury of the Gods. What else? The Flash movie. I'm probably missing some things. But you spent all that money, but you're gonna undo it in the Flash movie. How does that make sense? if you just, why don't you start with the Flash movie first? Spare all the money that you spent on all these movies if you're just gonna make them undone anyways. It just doesn't make logical sense. It's like you have all that history. You wanna reboot it? Start with the Flashpoint movie first. Not release all these movies of all these billions of dollars you're putting in movies, and then you're undoing it anyways. That's the shit I'm talking about. DC does not think things through. Honestly, I'm honestly, I don't know if anybody knows this. Some people know this, but honestly, I don't even think I'm watching the Flash movie because of Ezra Miller. That's, and it sucks because I love the Flash character. I'm not the biggest fan of his version of, Barry Allen's Flash, but I kind of don't. I might not see it. I've been saying I don't want to see it because of the shit he's been doing. And I mean, yeah, some people might think that's weird, but I personally, I don't know if if I could see that movie. Some people can, like, separate the art from the person, but I don't know. In a way, I feel like I can't because he's just off the rails. But yeah, I mean, I definitely think that, like, that would have been great though. What you suggested with Grant coming, that would be cool. I definitely think Grant deserves a chance to become the Flash of the movies. That'd be sick if they really wanted to do the Flash movie and have Grant step in as the new Flash. That'd be cool. Well, guess what? The thing about Grant Gustin, originally that's who everybody wanted to be the Flash for the movies, but Zack Snyder said no because Zack thought Grant's Flash was too happy. And I was like, what are you talking about? I'm like, clearly Zack Snyder did not watch The Flash because Grant's Barry Allen was very, had a lot of trauma. And yeah, he had some funny, happy moments, but like, no, he wasn't just all happy all the time. That just didn't make any sense. He said he was like too light. I'm like, what are you talking about? I definitely think that Grant was the better option to go with because we already know him as the Flash. And you already specified that these universes already kind of exist in one another because of the CW's crossover event where, like, Ezra Miller's Flash showed up. I think it was in the Crisis on Infinite Earths or whatever. It was like the big crossover where, like, Grant's Flash and Ezra's Flash met each other. So in all seriousness, you could have just, you could just put that, Grant's Flash to begin with there. You know what I mean? It's like you could have. Honestly, I really wish they would have just reshot the movie, but they didn't want to because WB, like, when there was early screenings, I guess WB loves the product so much and what the movie was. So that's why they're not changing anything, which is like, I definitely think that they should because I don't think that movie's gonna make much money because of the shit Ezra Miller's been doing. But we'll see. We'll see how good those trailers are. Maybe people will still go see it. I don't know. I just personally have no excitement for it because of the shit Ezra's been pulling. And also I don't know. The first trailer was cool, that little teaser we got, but like I'm just not excited anymore because of all the stuff that's been going on. And I don't know, with Shazam Fury of the Gods, they played that before Black Panther Wakanda Forever, and I kind of just rolled my eyes. I was kind of like, dang, I really don't care about this movie. It sucks that I don't care, but I don't. It's crazy to me also that I care more about the shows of Superman and Lois and Stargirl than I do about a big budget universe that they're trying to do, and it's just upsetting. It's like, you're kidding me. It's like, how is this working? But what you're doing on the, like, live movies, like your big budget movies aren't working. It's like, how the hell does that work? I still don't understand that. I really don't. Well, really, I understand the fact that they have better writers, I guess, than, whoever's writing these movies for DC universe movies. But when it comes to their solo stuff, they do very good. Like the Batman I love, the Joker movie I love. But when it comes to their universe stuff, they need help, and that's where James Gunn's hopefully going to come in and help. So that's for sure. But yeah, guys, I think I'm going to end this here, though, because I want to get off and go find something to eat. But I also have to edit that video so I can get that up for you guys. Hopefully tomorrow or tonight. I'll maybe try to get it up for you guys tonight. It'll be late tonight, but I'll maybe edit it tonight and try to get it up. Yeah. Oh no, bots indeed. Yeah. I saw all that pop up and I was like, oh, okay, bots. But you know, thank you everybody for coming here. Thank you, Austin. You know, thanks everybody else. I really appreciate it. Quickly about these ideas. Oh, I definitely will. Once I get off here, I'll definitely pop up on Instagram and go check out that stuff and respond. But yeah, Austin, I hope you enjoy the movie when you see it, and yeah, again, I hope everybody has a nice night, and yeah, again, look out for my spoiler review tomorrow, and also look out for my vlog. Hopefully tonight or early tomorrow morning it'll be up, or tonight it will, depending on when I can get it done. But yeah. Hope everybody has a great day, a safe day, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.